Hello my loving audience and welcome to my B&B Today's Show channel. Liam's new Logan woman is Bridget next love match? The bold and the beautiful hint that Liam Spencer might take an interest in a new Logan woman. Could Bridget Forrester be the next love match on the horizon for Liam? Deacon Sharp appears to have been pushing Hope Logan toward a reunion with Liam, but she suggested that they would be more successful as co-parents than lovers. Hope's opinion could, of course, shift as the story progresses. At the moment, Hope doesn't know about Liam's medical crisis, so that news could shake her up and leave her rethinking her future with her former flame. However, Hope could have some competition, and we're not talking about Steffy Forrester this time around. Although a Liam and Steffy reunion is never off the table completely, there's a chance B and B will leave them in friendly territory. What if Hope's real competition comes in the form of her half-sister? Bridget has suddenly entered Liam's storyline as another doctor on his team, so we have to consider why. Dr. Grace Buckingham seemingly had things covered, especially with John Finnegan being in the loop on the case. What's the reason for Bridget's inclusion in the story? Could it lead to flying sparks for Liam and Bridget at some point? It looks like Liam's medical ordeal is about to take an inoperable turn for the worse, so Bridget may step up for him during a difficult time. That might even lead to Bridget acting as the hero and finding an experimental treatment to save Liam, as Finn did for Eric Forrester when everyone thought the patriarch of the Forrester family was dead. Bridget might be the one to save the day, so that could give her a unique connection with Liam. Can you imagine Hope's jealousy if she decides she wants Liam back and has to watch him moving on with Bridget? That could lead to an intriguing rivalry between the siblings and place Brooke Logan in the middle of the conflict between her daughters. Although there is no guarantee that B&B will proceed in this manner, it is still interesting to contemplate a possible pairing between Liam and Bridget. It could set up some great drama, so it's worth keeping in mind. Liam's doctors will make some grim predictions about his health in the coming episodes, so stay tuned for the alarming updates to come. Despite the upcoming setbacks at the hospital, the bold and the beautiful believe that Liam may eventually find some hope. Steffy and Liam reunite following Lee's reminder. The bold and the beautiful are finally here. Lee Finnegan advises John Finnegan to stay away from his daughter in tomorrow's episode. Meanwhile, Liam Spencer reconnects with Steffy Forrester Finnegan over being Kelly Spencer's parents. Keep reading and let's talk about what is coming up in the next episode of the CBS soap opera. The reminder of Lee Finnegan fans can anticipate a resemblance between Lee and Finn in the following episode. This time, Finn might alert his mother about Liam's hospitalization. Additionally, Finn will need to inform her that Liam has requested that the doctors conceal his condition. Liam doesn't want anyone knowing what's going on with him, especially those he cares about. The only exception to this rule is Steffy, as she is the one who found him and called 911 in time. While they are chatting, the topic of Luna Nozawa comes up. That is when the Finnegan matriarch tells her son to steer clear of the young woman. John Finnegan torn. Finn will likely assure his mother that he has no intention of having a relationship with Luna. Finn hasn't forgotten, as Steffy reminds him every single day. Even though Finn understands Steffy and Lee's demands, pretending Luna doesn't exist won't be easy. Especially since Luna is hanging out at Illinois Giardino all the time now. Liam Spencer's wish. The bold and the beautiful reveal that Liam is filled with regret. Lying in a hospital bed, all Liam can do is think. All that time thinking is making Liam realize she should have made better choices. Liam wants another chance, the opportunity to fix what he broke. Steffy Forrester Finnegan reconnects. While Finn is working at the hospital saving lives, Steffy will be reconnecting with Liam. Steam will talk about how lucky they are to be Kelly's parents. The two also might have some flashbacks, reminding viewers of happier times. Even though Steffy is happily married to Finn, could she have a change of heart about Liam? Additionally, Hope Logan will learn about Liam's condition at some point. Despite Liam wanting it kept a secret, Hope mentioned to Deacon Sharp that her messages have not been returned. So, what happens when Hope learns that Liam had emergency brain surgery and didn't even bother to notify the mother of his child? Liam's surprise doctor news, Bridget Forrester returns to B&B. The bold and the beautiful reveal that Liam Spencer will get some surprise doctor news when Dr. Bridget Forrester returns to. Liam is still recovering in the hospital, where he'll undergo more tests and await results from his medical team. When Bridget pops up and reveals that she's working on Liam's case now, he'll be thrown for a loop. Dr. Grace Buckingham has been leading up to this point, but for what comes next, she will rely on Bridget's expertise. Part of Liam may get a little nervous when he realizes multiple doctors are collaborating on this medical investigation. It could leave Liam wondering if his condition is more serious than anyone previously thought. Sadly, it appears that is indeed the course this storyline is taking. Grace and Bridget will determine that Liam's condition is inoperable, so it seems like a brain tumor is the real source of his troubles. It won't be long until Bridget and Grace give Dr. John Finnegan updates on this difficult information, so B&B fans will want to stay tuned for his reaction. As for Liam, he'll appreciate Bridget's help despite any worries that might bubble up about his worsening health issues. Liam's crisis is just getting started, but he'll become more concerned about making it to Kelly Spencer's dad-daughter dance in the coming episodes. In the meantime, Luna Nozawa will stand her ground as she continues her conversation with Sheila Sharp. Although Will Spencer pushed her away, Luna will insist she isn't giving up and that she's going to make him her man. Over with Deacon Sharp, he'll have some romantic guidance for Hope Logan. Deacon has been singing Liam's praises lately, so he may give Hope another nudge toward a reunion with her ex-husband on Wednesday's episode. Liam is manipulating Steffy. The Bold and the Beautiful say that Liam Spencer is manipulating Steffy into being with him, but it's not like the first time fans have seen this, right? Keep reading below for everything you need to know. The Bold and the Beautiful Liam is manipulating Steffy. If there's anything that we've learned about Liam Spencer over the years, it's that he is the ultimate waffler when it comes to him constantly moving back and forth between the two women in his life, Steffy Forrester and Hope Logan. Well, during the most recent episode of The Bold and the Beautiful, Liam told Steffy not to tell Hope about his hospitalization and his condition, even though they share a child together. Many people have pondered the possibility that Liam is attempting to persuade Steffy to get back together. Additionally, he may be attempting to distance Hope Logan. There's no doubt that Steffy will feel like she's the more important baby mama in Liam's life when he sees him keeping Hope in the dark, right? It goes without saying that the internet certainly did have a lot to say about the matter. The Bold and the Beautiful. What's next for Liam and Steffy? Liam has said he doesn't want anyone to know. It has nothing to do with their feud or Steffy's pride. Some have even commented. She is honoring Liam's wishes, which she should do. Why do people not understand this and instead just think she's being petty? Another fan wrote, if kids weren't involved, I would totally understand. However, if the father of my child was in the hospital, I would need to know. As a mother, Steffy should understand that Hope needs to know for Beth's sake. Beth is probably wondering where her father has been. I don't agree with it either, but you're right, it's his choice, and he has every right to make that choice himself, another person said. He should be that one blamed for not letting his kids know. I don't think it's the correct decision on his part, but if I made that choice not to tell anyone, I damn well expect whoever I told to keep that secret. Of course, fans will have to tune in each and every day to find out what will happen next. Watch this space for more. Send us a message in the box below in the comments section to let us know what you think. The Bold and the Beautiful airs weekdays on the CBS network. Check your local listings for times. Liam was ready for a second chance at life. Steffy and Finn started their morning with some passionate kisses in their living room. Steffy thanked Finn for easing her concerns regarding Liam. He promised to check in on Liam as soon as she got to work, but Steffy wanted to join Finn. With that kind of brain injury, he isn't out of trouble. Liam's condition is still dangerous, Steffy said. Despite Finn's assurances that the fight was not staged on purpose, Steffy continued to place blame on Bill for the incident. Bill constantly encourages his children to be tough. But his thoughtless behavior? That has consequences, Steffy declared. Finn once again reminded Steffy that Liam was still alive thanks to her. At the hospital, Liam told Grace that the neuro team was happy with his progress. Liam wanted to get sprung from the place so he could see his daughters. When Bridget walked in, he was taken aback. Seeing that Liam was her patient also surprised Bridget. Grace explained what happened to Liam to a stunned Bridget. She was surprised Hope hadn't called and told her about Liam's surgery, and more shocked when Liam told her that Hope didn't even know. He asked Bridget not to tell anyone. Steffy and Finn soon arrived right in time for Liam to tell Bridget that he owed Steffy his life. Bridget remained of the opinion that Liam ought to inform his family of the situation, but Liam refused to budge. They shouldn't have this on their shoulders. Nobody can know that I'm here, he said. All Liam wanted was to get back to his girls and be at the dad-daughter dance with Kelly. Although Steffy reminded Liam that the dance should come first, he insisted that Liam prioritize his health. He was going to give his daughter a magical night no matter what. The whole ordeal has made Liam want to be a better person. It's a second chance. A chance to put love first, he said. Deacon stopped by Brooke's place to see Hope, where she lamented all the things that had recently gone wrong in her life. Hope was also still smarting that Brooke remained loyal to the Forresters. I find it upsetting that after everything that Ridge has done, Mom continues to take his side over me, Hope complained. Deacon gave Hope a pep talk, telling her how much she still had going for her, including an adorable little girl and an awesome dad. My daughter is not meant to stay on the sidelines of life. Carter is a fool to turn his back on you, Deacon said. The subject turned to Liam, with Deacon surprisingly singing his former son-in-law's praises. I know Liam hurt you with all the back and forth with Steffy, but deep down, I really believe the guy's a good man, Deacon said. Hope thought that she and Liam were better as co-parents than spouses. Hope realized she hadn't heard from Liam in a few days, which was unusual. She stated to Deacon, I'm starting to worry. In the Forrester Creations design office, Electra told Will how attracted she was to him, but she also knew that Luna was after Will. Luna's the last thing on my mind, Will told Electra. She was still amazed that Luna managed to sneak into FC in a horrible disguise. Will assured Electra of his love and that Luna meant nothing to him. Will stated, I love and respect the kind of relationship we have. Will also wanted to show Electra how he felt. You're beautiful, sexy, and cool, and I want to be alone with you, Will added. We will have that time alone together, and it'll be amazing, just not today, Electra said, disappointing Will. She insisted to Will that she wasn't rejecting him. Will understood that Electra wasn't ready for more. Luna sat with Sheila at the Illinois Giordano bar discussing Luna's quest to snag Will. Luna was convinced that since Will didn't kick her out right away, he had to be interested in her. You told me to get his attention, Grandma. I think I did, Luna bragged. Sheila could only giggle when Luna told her that she stripped down. Luna was impressed by her own self-worth. I kept it sexy but not too revealing. Just a little sneak peek of what he has to look forward to with me, she smiled. That prim, proper Electra is not giving Will everything he needs, Luna added. Sheila advised Luna that she had to keep persisting. Luna was ready. I'm not one to give up. I think that's something you could relate to, Luna said. She soon had a very sexy fantasy about Will. Liam Spencer has found himself in yet another emotionally tangled mess on The Bold and the Beautiful, but this time, the direction of his romantic future might not lead him back to Hope Logan or Steffy Forrester. No, this time the Logan woman at the center of speculation could be none other than Dr. Bridget Forrester. As Liam lies in a hospital bed battling a life-threatening condition that may or may not be a brain tumor, the soap world is beginning to stir with the intriguing possibility that Bridget could become more than just his doctor, she could be his next great love. It's not out of the realm of possibility on a show where hospital rooms are the setting for passion, confessions, and complicated entanglements. Bridget's reentry into the storyline just as Liam's condition turns dire feels too perfectly timed to be just a coincidence. Why reintroduce her as part of Liam's medical team unless there's a bigger purpose, one that could shake the Logan family tree to its core? After all, Liam's been in and out of hospitals before, but the presence of Grace Buckingham and Finn Finnegan seemed to be enough. Bridget's arrival hints at a deeper arc, one that could see her not only saving Liam's life, but winning his heart in the process. Hope Logan, meanwhile, is stuck in a fog of confusion. Her concern has grown as Liam's silence has grown, even though she is unaware of his condition. She's confided in her father, Deacon Sharp, who's been pushing her toward a reconciliation with Liam, painting her ex-husband as a good man who simply made bad choices. But Hope remains emotionally detached, more inclined to preserve the co-parenting relationship than reopen old wounds. What she doesn't know is that Liam has instructed his doctors to keep his condition secret, a decision rooted in pride, fear, and a desperate need to protect the people he loves. Steffy, his other former flame, is the only person he's allowed in, creating tension and questions about whether he's manipulating her trust and reigniting past feelings under the guise of fatherly concern. While this has sparked speculation about a potential Steam reunion, many fans are noticing something new, something fresh, on the horizon: the chemistry, albeit subtle and unspoken, between Liam and Bridget. Bridget has a history of falling for complicated men and finding herself in love triangles that test her loyalty and strength. She may be facing a different emotional challenge with Liam, though. This time, she holds the key to Liam's survival. If she steps in with a game-changing diagnosis or some experimental treatment, a la Finn's last-minute miracle for Eric Forrester, she could become Liam's savior. And in the world of soap operas, there is no stronger bond than that between patient and healer, especially when emotions are raw and mortality is staring them in the face. If Bridget becomes the one who gives Liam a second shot at life, it's not hard to imagine Liam beginning to see her in a new light, not as Hope's half-sister or Brooke's daughter, but as a woman who stood by him during his darkest hour. As Bridget and Liam potentially grow closer, the ripple effects would be massive. Hope's jealousy would ignite, especially once she realizes that Bridget not only knew about Liam's condition, but became emotionally intertwined with him during that time. This could push Hope to reevaluate her stance, especially if she sees Liam smiling at Bridget in ways she hasn't seen in years. Brooke, the perennial center of Logan family drama, would be torn, caught between defending one daughter's right to pursue love and another's heartache. And then there's Steffy, who's just started to reconnect with Liam over their shared bond with Kelly. Could she end up losing him, not to Hope, but to Bridget, someone she never even saw coming? The dramatic potential is endless. Liam's medical journey is only beginning, and the revelations about his condition will no doubt change the trajectory of his relationships. With Finn, Grace, and Bridget all working on his case, there's no denying the gravity of what he's facing. Bridget's role may start as clinical, but as we've seen time and time again on B&B, proximity breeds intimacy. As Bridget works late nights reviewing scans, searching for solutions, and checking in on Liam's recovery, emotional walls may begin to crumble. Liam, regretful over past decisions and contemplating the fragility of life, is ripe for emotional connection. And Bridget, who has been through her own heartbreaks and betrayals, might find in Liam a man who sees her as the center of his new beginning rather than as an accessory to someone else's story. Finn, on the other hand, is becoming suspicious. As he juggles his work at the hospital and his marriage to Steffy, he's started to notice the way Steffy lingers by Liam's bedside, the way she speaks about him with concern that borders on tenderness. Finn may begin to worry that history is repeating itself, especially as Liam continues to ask Steffy to keep secrets. And secrets, in Soapland, are never innocent. While Finn tries to trust his wife, the unresolved tension between Steffy and Liam hangs in the air like a storm cloud. Even more surprising is the possibility that Bridget's presence will completely alter the narrative, placing her in the center of the triangle, or perhaps quadrangle, and prompting Steffy to back off. Hope's eventual discovery of Liam's illness is bound to be explosive. She's already beginning to sense that something is wrong, her texts unanswered, her calls ignored. When the truth comes out, she may be devastated not only by Liam's condition but by the fact that Steffy and Bridget knew all along. This could cause friction not only between her and Steffy but also between her and Bridget, paving the way for a rivalry between siblings that B&B hasn't seen in years. Imagine Hope confronting Bridget in a hospital hallway and asking when she became so important to Liam. Bridget arguing that her feelings are genuine and that Liam requires someone who can truly see him. As the relationship between her daughters begins to crumble, Brooke is forced to intervene. The family fallout would be epic. But what about Liam's role in all of this? As always, he's torn, caught between doing what's best for himself and doing what's best for the women in his life. Liam is likely to make bold, emotional decisions as his condition worsens and time seems to pass. He might open up about feelings he didn't even know he had. Perhaps he'll ask Bridget to help him write letters to his daughters, and in the process, they'll forge a deep emotional bond. Or perhaps he'll come to see her as the one constant in a sea of uncertainty. In any case, it is abundantly clear that Liam is about to enter a pivotal chapter that has the potential to completely alter his character. Additionally, other plot threads are simmering in the background of all of this. Despite the fact that Will and Electra are getting heated, Luna is determined to end their relationship. Sheila, ever the puppet master, continues to encourage Luna's wild antics. Deacon is trying to steer Hope toward Liam while quietly enjoying the fact that his daughter might soon become the focus of a dramatic tug-of-war. There's romance, rivalry, and regret at every corner, and Bridget's inclusion into Liam's orbit adds a whole new layer of complexity. Ultimately, the bold and the beautiful thrives on the unexpected.